All right, from the legend to the next generation legacy, we have Destry Miller here today.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us. Tell us, Destry, when did you first fall in love with racing? What hooked you?
My grandmother, she took me to try a quarter midget day. I loved it. So it's actually really funny. My uncle Jay, great uncle Jay, was able to take me to my first quarter midget race ever. And I won it without my parents being there. That's one of my favorite stories. I like to hold it over my parents a little bit. They weren't there for my first win. They weren't there for my first race, but my Uncle Jay was, and Aunt Cindy as well. So that was probably what really hooked me, and it was really meaningful. I loved it.
What's been your proudest moment on the track so far?
Honestly, just all of our season championships, and I like to pride ourselves, our team, and how well we've done together. There's not a lot of teams that keep a lot of cars together, and knock on some wood right now, we've done pretty well so far, I'd like to say, in keeping cars kind of intact and just keeping decent seasons under us. That's definitely one of my biggest ones that I like to pride ourselves in that for sure.
You know, RCU, you talked about your great uncle J. Cole, right? We sponsored him for almost 20 years. What does that mean for you to carry that torch on?
It's a big torch to carry. He was, great to the community. And so to try and carry that on, it's definitely big for me to try and keep up with. It means a lot to have the responsibility, to be trusted with the responsibility. It means a lot to me.
When you see the RCU logo on your car, what do you hope that it represents out there to the kids and the families that are watching you race?
The credit union actually supports your community. They're not just there to take your money.
You know, racing takes a lot of discipline. What are the behind-the-scenes habits that help you succeed, whether it's training, time, budgeting, or planning?
I'd say definitely trying to stay in shape definitely means a lot. And just a lot of maintenance. I know a lot of stuff doesn't get seen from behind the scenes. Usually I'm out there almost every day of the week, just getting the car fully ready, going through everything. Poor maintenance ends up bad on the track. It's really never a good thing when you have poor maintenance. Usually stuff breaks. It's never good. So I like to be out there almost every day if I can be, and just kind of go through everything, double check things. The budgeting part, it's like every time you put something new on the car, you just got to think about how much it really costs, and it adds up way too fast. You don't want to think about it, but when you do think about it, it definitely saves you a little bit. It's like, do you really need that? No, but sometimes you got to have it. So it is crazy, but.
Well, we have a lot of conversations with kids about wants versus needs when it comes to financial planning. So it's interesting to hear you talk about that in your 17.
Yes.
Yeah. So how do you balance school, work, and this real fast hobby?
It definitely gets tricky sometimes. I have to juggle. I like to save. So morning time, I go straight to school. I have one class period because I'm in the running start program. So then I go to one class from 7:30 to 8:30. And then from that point on, I go to work from 9 to 5:30. 5:30, I go home, work on race cars till about 9-ish, somewhere around there. And then I get online and do the rest of my school for the rest of the day till about 11. It's usually a really busy day. I seem to squeeze it in usually pretty well. Sometimes I have to set a little aside from work and take off a little early to get some stuff done, but it all works out perfectly.
We've kind of established with Joe before you got here that you are a role model, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
And how do you want younger kids to see you in that role?
I want to be seen as definitely someone they can look up to. I love when we can keep kids at the racetrack. It means the world when you have a kid come up to you. It's their first race and they're hooked. You can tell it in their eyes. They want to come back. If you give them the interaction, nobody wants to go there, see a race, never talk to the drivers. When you can be able to talk to a driver, and when I was a kid, it was like the drivers are superstars. Like you feel honored to be able to talk to them, and it's such a big thing. And so if it takes 10 seconds out of my day to say hi to a kid. And I think that's the biggest thing is if we can keep them hooked. I like to be seen as someone they can come and talk to and someone that actually gives my attention to them as well.
And I definitely saw that at the races for the opening night. It was like you won the main event, which was super cool to watch you do that. And then before they even handed you the mic, the kids were swarming you. And you could tell that was a top priority for you. So I really appreciated just seeing that in action. And who knew there were so many kids at that raceway that night? They all came out of the stands. I was like, do I take my kid down there? He was getting to be tired by that time of the night, but it was just really impressive to see the interaction that you had with them and how much they really do look up to you.
Yeah, I was glad to see that many kids on opening night. It meant a lot. It's been a while since I've seen the stands that packed, but if we can keep that going, I mean, that'll bring drivers in, that'll bring everything in. So to fill the stands means everything.
Yeah. If you could give one piece of advice to other teens about money or saving goals or expensive hobbies, what would that be?
It definitely comes back to that needs versus wants thing. A lot of the time you just have to stop yourself before doing something. Do you really need it? How long is it going to benefit you? Is there any ROI on it? Is there anything like that? I'm a big person on ROI. I like return on investment. So if I use something, I want my money back out of it. If I want to get rid of it later on, that's another thing I do big with saving money. Like if it's not going to ever bring me money back, then I don't like to spend money on it.
There's not very many teenagers that you would hear or the letters ROI come out of their mouth, so that's great that you have that mindset.
Yeah, that's the big things to me. And needs versus wants, I mean, that's definitely something that stops me from spending a lot of money. And it's just better that way. I don't have a bunch of stuff I don't use or need.
Yeah, have you ever talked with my kid? Yeah. What's next? What would you love to accomplish this season?
This season, I think for a short-term goal, not going too above my head, I'd really like to do well up at Skagit. I'd like to win at least a race up at Skagit. Grays Harbor, I'd like another championship. That's always really fun. Love racing Grays Harbor. Skagit, there's a couple more cars I'd like to bring some of them down. If I can go up there and show them that there's halfway good competition down there, then that'd be great. And then maybe bring some drivers with us. But I'd really like to win a race up there. It would mean a lot. I mean, there's usually 24, 25 weekly cars up there. And if we can, put a name up there and then bring our name back here, it'd be really, I think it'd benefit everything. And that's kind of my goal this year.
Cool. And I do know your sister's racing in the same races with you this year. How does that feel?
I'm happy for her. I hate watching some of my parts walk away from me. Some of my guys, we don't have as much help anymore. I do support it. I think it's great. I think it's going to be cool for her, and I'm glad she got the opportunity to finally move up.
Well, it was really cool to see when you won that first opening night, just the full family coming out to support you as well. So we love seeing that family interaction, and you guys are obviously close, even with a little sibling rivalry that'll happen. But it's really cool to see you guys be able to race together.
Oh yeah, she's probably one of my biggest supporters. I can't thank her enough for it. So
that's awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here, and we are so proud to support you.
Well, thank you for having me out here.
Thank you.